Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Ukrainians are trying to blow up a bridge using HIMARS missiles, and some of them are hitting sideways, some of them are being hit by the Russians. So this article comes from the Al Mayadin, and it's from today, the 29th of October 2022. This is the title. Ukraine launches 12 HIMARS missiles at bridge in Kherson. A regional emergencies representative responds an attack carried out by Ukrainian military using 12 HIMARS missiles at the Antonovsky Bridge in the Kherson region on Saturday. So they're trying to figure things out over there with the emergency personnel. Well, if it's an emergency, representative must be something that really was worth noting. So, the Ukrainian military launched 12 HIMARS missiles at the Antonovsky Bridge in the Kherson region, 9 of which were shot down by Russian air defense systems, while 3 fell in the bridge's vicinity, a regional emergency representative said on Saturday. The Kiev regime continues shelling civilian infrastructure. How did you hear that? And at 9:13 p.m. it fired 12 HIMARS missiles. 9 missiles were shot down. Unfortunately, 3 missiles fell in the area of the Antonovsky Bridge. Information about casualties and damage is being clarified, end quote, the representative said. A few days ago, Sergei Surovkin, the general of the Russian armed forces and the commander of all units in the Special Military Operations Zone, said that the Kherson region was highly dangerous for its residents to remain there, as Ukrainian forces regularly target civilian infrastructure. Well, I thought only the Russians are attacking and targeting civilian infrastructure. And I'm quoting again, HIMARS rockets hit the Antonovsky Bridge and the dam of the Kharkovka hydroelectric power station, traffic on which was stopped. As a result, the delivery of food products is difficult in the city. There are certain problems with the water and electricity supply. All this not only significantly complicates the life of citizens, but also creates a direct threat to their lives, end quote, Surovikin told reporters. This is not the first time that Ukraine targets vital infrastructure for Russia. Earlier this month, a terrorist attack targeted the bridge that connects Crimea to Russia, and according to Russia's Federation Security Service, FSB, the attack was organized by the main intelligence directorate of Ukraine's Ministry of Defense. Russia's State Duma stated, and I'm quoting, "The terrorist attack on the Crimean Bridge is no longer just a challenge, but a declaration of war without rules," end quote, while Deputy Oleg Morozov said the explosion was, quote unquote, a blatant terrorist war waged against us, end quote, adding that, and I'm quoting again, "if we keep silent in response and do not give an adequate response, such terrorist attacks will multiply," end quote. I agree with that. So I had no doubt that the Ukrainians are doing what they're doing about hitting infrastructure, civilian infrastructure, because that's what happens in a war. And not that it has to be like the rule, but wars are waged by humans, and that's the way we are when we engage in war. So it's inevitable. I'm not trying to condone or defend destroying civilian targets or civilians. No, I'm just saying that this is a common occurrence in war, regardless what country, what army wages wars or defends itself, or anything, an offensive war or defensive war. It is very naive to think that there are certain countries that are just, being very careful. Yeah, you could be very careful, but still accidents and sometimes, you know, how should I put it, intentional attacks on certain objectives are pursued without scruples. It's just examples. You can use any country that waged a war, starting from the United States, ending to, I don't know, Great Britain or Israel or, I don't know, Russia, Soviet Union, because we are, or the wars are made by humans. And when you are in a war, you have a different state of mind than, you know, philosophizing and analyzing certain articles or anything like that. You are under pressure, and that pressure will show through your actions. Well, I don't know, it seems like, not it seems, because the Russians claim that the HIMARS was used to destroy that bridge. Now, obviously, they want to show that the HIMARS is not all that, as the other side tries to portray it for financial reasons, because they want the HIMARS to be bought by other countries. So then the military manufacturing, arms manufacturing companies make a ton of money, which they do right now. So I'd say that the Russians, I don't even know if they were HIMARS, that they claim it so they can show how bad the HIMARS are, as the other ones are claiming they destroy Iskanders and others, and 8 out of 10 missiles launched by the Russians. Who knows? Only they know, actually. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.